everyone, I'm Stacy from Bricks and Blooms and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited to share something a little bit different, still a little on niche, but something a little bit different that I don't regularly do here on YouTube. For those of you that know me off YouTube, I do have a blog and I do cover a lot of things like gardening, recipes, entertaining, and tablescapes. And one of the things that I really love to do is to create a beautiful table with flowers from my garden. I love to entertain, I love to cook. And so today I thought it would be really fun to share some of those tablescape ideas with you from the blog and bring them to life here on YouTube. I live and grow expansive gardens here in Zone 6B, New Jersey. I've lived here all my life, born and raised, and I've been growing expansive gardens on my property for well over 25 years. Now, we used to have a home about 20 minutes from here, and we moved to this location about 3 years ago. So this is our third season here in the house, and we love it. If you haven't had a chance to take a walk through my gardens, you've definitely got to walk around because there's so many cool outdoor spaces and garden rooms, and the potager is one place that I love to entertain and dine in. So I wanted to round up all of my ideas here of the different themes and different seasonal tables that I've done for al fresco dining and share them with you today. But first, let's talk about how to create a cozy table setting that sets the perfect stage for any theme. So there are a few things that I like to keep in mind when I'm creating and decorating an outdoor dining table for an al fresco dining experience. So here are a few key elements to keep in mind. For starters, you want to ensure your guests are comfortable throughout the meal with cushioned chairs, or maybe you're adding throw pillows to your existing seating. I mean, have you ever been at a restaurant or a dinner party where the seating was not comfortable? Because I know I have, and I have wanted to leave. So don't be that host, make it comfortable. Now, I kind of want to back up a little bit because when we were shopping for our outdoor dining set years ago, we really wanted one of those like expensive wrought iron sets because we thought it would look really pretty in the garden and on the patio, and it was going to be really expensive. And we wound up not buying it because it was like out of our price point. And I'm really glad that we never bought it because I've sat on some of those sets at like my friends' homes when we've done dinner clubs and stuff, and it just was not comfortable. So I'm really happy with the setup that I have here. I have these really comfortable wicker chairs that have a cushion, so it's always comfortable to sit in. The back is really wide, and I love the chairs. The table, I'm always asked about this table, so I want to share it here. I actually found this table on Facebook Marketplace for like $50. Is that a good deal? Now, we have changed the top on the table, and that's because it was really meant for indoor use. It was a farmhouse table. I used to keep mine at the old house under a gazebo, so it was completely covered and shielded from weather and the different elements. So one thing that I did do is I refinished the wood table with outdoor deck stains so that it could handle being outdoors a little bit better. But I gotta tell you, once we moved here and I put it here in the potager, the top of that table bowed, and it was from being out in the sun and weathering the elements, and so it really didn't last. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. But what we did was, my husband, who's really handy, he took the top off and made like a picnic table type top from cedar so it would last longer and be able to withstand the elements outdoors. Now, I do bring it indoors for the depths of winter. I don't want snow and ice accumulating on it, but it is outside from like March through probably mid to late November, December-ish, depending on the season. All right, so rule number 2 for me when I'm setting a cozy table to welcome my guests is layered textiles. Think cozy layers. So use tablecloths, runners, placemats to add texture and warmth. Mix patterns, mix fabrics, and create that cozy, welcoming vibe. You don't have to have everything matchy-matchy, but you do want to make sure you're pulling together a cohesive look. So I not only love to layer like my tablecloths and my runners and things like that, but I also like to create a layered table setting. So oftentimes I'll start with a placemat or a charger and then use a dinner plate and a salad plate. Sometimes I put the napkin in between, and I usually top it off with something special that mirrors the theme, or maybe it's the season, to kind of give it that finishing touch. Candles, string lights, and lanterns can transform your outdoor space into a magical setting, especially as the sun sets. I mean, really, cozy ambiance is everything. And the thing is, you don't have to just think about your table. You can also add lighting around your table. Think string lights that hang and help define your space a little bit better. Now, I mean, these are kind of new. I found these a couple of months ago, but you can actually buy these string light poles that have teeth in them on the bottom, so you can just stick them in the ground. They're like 9, 10 feet tall, and you can really put string lights anywhere. You don't have to have a tree. You don't have to have a pole. You can literally use something as temporary as that and move it around. They're fabulous. You can even add lanterns and solar lanterns around the table and decorate little vignettes around your space to really help ramp up your theme. But to me, the piece de resistance for any table, outdoors or in, is a gorgeous centerpiece. And all of my tables are inspired by the centerpieces that I create for the event. And no matter what the theme is, I look at my garden and I say, how can I make these flowers fit the event? And then I just create. If you don't have flowers growing in your garden like that, you don't have to. Run to the market, see what speaks to you, and make something that is your own, that is unique to your aesthetic, yet will fit the theme. And finally, you might want to add a little personal touch to the table, like adding name cards or personalized napkin rings. Even a small gift can go a long way welcoming guests to your home. And now that we've got the basic elements of a beautiful table, let's dive into some of my favorite themes that I've done through the years on the blog. I love how a lot of these tables turned out. They look so beautiful. The flowers, the foliage, the decor, it just all pulls together so well, and it created such an inviting atmosphere. Let's get at it. So first up, we have a Hawaiian theme. For a tropical vibe, I love to use vibrant colors like hot pink, orange, and green. I love to decorate with tropical flowers, or maybe even tropical looking flowers like hibiscus. You could use orchids, you can use monstera plants if you have those as houseplants in your house. But honestly, you can even pull in some roses or zinnias or dahlias, whatever you have that's going to kind of help bring that cozy, beautiful, bright color to your table. And it doesn't have to be so like matchy-matchy. Like I'm here in New Jersey, I don't have access to tropical flowers per se. I am growing a lot of beautiful flowers here in my garden. So I would rather just kind of cut those or grab some of those to make an arrangement. If I don't have enough on hand because it's a little early in the season, sometimes I'll run to the market or like Trader Joe's, pick up a couple things from there. But really, just choose what speaks to you and then run with the theme. So for example, you want to add maybe some pineapples and palm leaves. And for this table that I designed, I used pineapples as vessels for my cut flower arrangements. So really, I wasn't using tropical flowers per se, but I did bring that Hawaiian element to the table by creating these beautiful centerpieces. Now you could also even incorporate grass table skirts and tiki torches to really complete the look. One month, my friends and I got together for a peach-inspired supper club. It was August, and peaches were in season, so we ran with peachy table decor ideas. You can go with like peach-colored tablecloth or a runner, linens, add some fresh peaches on the table as part of the decor. And you can complement with blushes, pinks, pull colors from those peaches. My peachy table decor wasn't purely peach. I really tried to pull colors from what a peach looks like, and I just kind of cut flowers from my garden to kind of bring that color palette to life. What outdoor dining experience would be complete without a barbecue table setting? I mean, I don't know of any. I've created a few here on the blog, and it's really about creating a casual and fun vibe. Relaxed for you, go easy on yourself. You don't have to go crazy creating some beautiful barbecue tablescape, but there are a few things that I like to use. Think red and white, checkered tablecloths, mason jars for drinks, simple wildflower arrangements, or anything that you have access to in your garden or at the market. Add in some fun elements like mini chalkboard menus and wooden crates for a rustic touch. Now, I've really put my own spin on barbecue tablescapes through the years. I've used a blue and white tablecloth, I've used red and white tablecloth, I've used a boho floral tablecloth. Really go with whatever your vibe is and keep things simple for yourself. You don't have to use, your casual everyday dinnerware if you don't want to. If you really want to go with, disposable, go for it. Do what's easier for you. Now, what kind of gardener would I be without hosting a garden theme party? A garden party theme is always a favorite. Use fresh flowers and pastel colors to create a whimsical and romantic setting. Incorporate elements like vintage teacups, floral napkins, and delicate china. A floral centerpiece and lots of greenery will bring the garden right to your table. A floral centerpiece and lots of greenery will bring the garden right to your table. Now, my take on a garden party theme, I went with a beautiful green boho tablecloth, and then I snipped some celosia and zinnias, and I used mason jars and things like that to hold the flowers. And as I was setting the table, a beautiful swallowtail butterfly decided to drop by and have some nectar. Now, what would summer be without a seafood boil? Have you ever been to one of them before? They are super fun to attend, but even more fun to host because you can make it as simple as you want. I mean, if you want to go like really bare bones, you can just go with like newspaper on the table. But if you want to level it up just a little bit, I've got a few ideas for you. This theme is perfect for a casual outdoor gathering. You can use a blue and white color scheme to mimic the sea and decorate with nautical elements like ropes and anchors. Lay down newspaper or craft paper for a casual feel and easy cleanup. You can even use large platters or trays for the seafood. Oh, and don't forget the bibs and plenty of napkins or hand wipes for guests. So my take, I went with a red and white checkered look, and then I layered craft paper down the middle of the table. I used melamine dinnerware. I just thought it was really pretty, and because we didn't have any flowers to cut in the garden just yet that looked kind of summery, I picked a few up at the market and just kind of mixed in things that I had here to create a fun, bright centerpiece. So if you're not going to a Halloween party this year, why not host one at your home, al fresco, and create a beautiful event for friends or family? You can go with a sophisticated yet spooky look. You can go with orange and black as your base colors, with touches of gold and deep purple. You can decorate with elegant candelabras, black lace tablecloths, sophisticated pumpkins, or maybe you want to go with a jack-o'-lantern. Add some spooky yet classy details like skull candle holders or vintage apothecary jars. I really love the table that I created for Halloween last year. It turned out really beautiful. I started with these beautiful witch hats that I bought, I think, on Amazon. And they came like 12 in a pack or something like that. But they're perfect because you can hang them on fishing line from your porch, or you can, add them as part of your tablescape, which is what I did. I had them flanking my centerpiece that were all based on cut flowers from my garden. And I focused on, peachy oranges and deep purples. And I just cut dahlias, celosia, straw flowers, amaranth, you name it, whatever I thought would go with this theme, I did. One special touch that I did on this table was I focused a little bit on trying to get a little bit of a creep going. So I snipped some ivy, and to keep it fresh because it would wilt, I used little floral vials filled with water so that they would look great throughout the meal. As the seasons change, so do my tablescapes. For an autumn harvest theme, I love using pumpkins, gourds, and warm colors like orange, red, and gold. Rustic elements like wooden chargers and plaid blankets add a cozy touch. You can even incorporate seasonal flowers like mums and sunflowers to celebrate the bounty of the season. Now, I've done a few different versions of a harvest tablescape, so let me share them both with you today because I really love them both. The first one I created when I was living in my former home. We were doing a little party on the deck, and so I went out to the garden and I snipped some hydrangeas that were starting to dry on the bush, some zinnias, some dahlias, and a couple of other flowers that I had laying around. Oh, sedum autumn joy. I love sedum autumn joy. That was really pretty in the arrangement. So I made a beautiful centerpiece for the party. I tucked in some Solomon seal for some greenery, and it looked really, really beautiful. And to give it that harvest touch, I added some neutral looking pumpkins that flank the centerpiece, and the table just looked gorgeous. But I don't know, last year's harvest table was really beautiful too, and I actually think it might be my favorite yet because I just loved the colors. It was so gorgeous. So I wound up cutting some ornamental grass plumes and my panicle hydrangeas and put them in these turquoise glass vases. Turquoise was like a complimentary theme for the table. And I added some Macintosh apples, and the table just looked so beautiful here in the potager. Seriously, that one's my favorite table. And that's it, you guys. I hope these tablescape ideas inspired you to create your own beautiful outdoor settings, whether you're hosting a Hawaiian luau or elegant garden party. Remember, the key is to make sure your guests feel welcome and comfortable. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more gardening and home decorating tips. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy a beautiful day.